After 9 years, 2 months, 2 weeks to the date, I just quit my job. Just quit my job. 9 years, 2 months, 2 weeks. I've been wanting to quit, and I finally quit. What's good, YouTube? I go by the name of Q if you're unfamiliar. If you are familiar, shout out to you. Welcome back to my channel. What I do here is document my debt-free journey as well as share other hustle/motivational things. Let's get straight to it. Today is September 27th, 2019, and I just quit my job of 9 years, 2 months, 2 weeks. I wasn't as excited as I thought I was going to be. To be 100% honest, the feeling I can describe this as is melancholy, because I got a bunch of weird emotions going on, to be totally honest with you. I feel weird. I feel somewhat uncomfortable. I feel a little bit relieved. I feel somewhat stress-free. It's just a wide array of emotions, and that's what I'm feeling right now. 9 years is a long time to be attached to anything, let alone a job, let alone a place of employment, and that's what it's been for me. My loyalty has been real to the same company, and I've documented on this channel before how I've been displeased lately with the way things have been going, and I've actively been trying to remove myself from that situation. It's been tons of frustration, tons of stress over the last 3 to 4 months, and I wasn't trying to be a part of that anymore. Like I knew it was unhealthy for me mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It was just unhealthy, and I needed to remove myself from that. So that's what I did. All the videos I put up, y'all seen, I released a couple videos of me ranting about my work situation at the job that I just left. But I knew that with me being so loyal and being there so long, there's a way to go about it. Integrity is real with me, and like I said, I'm never gonna burn any bridges. I'm never gonna blow up due to a temporary feeling at the moment. All right, I don't move off emotions like that. So I put my 2 weeks in, of course, but after actively applying other places, actively getting referrals from friends and family members, actively seeking opportunity elsewhere, it was all calculated. So I knew I was going to leave. It was just a matter of time. Now, a bunch of people been asking me, when are you going to quit? Did you find a new job yet? And here's your answer right here. Here's your answer. So throughout all the discomfort and unhappiness I've been feeling at work, I made a simple decision. All right, a simple decision. I make it sound simple, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It's weird. As weird as that sounds, I was attached. I've been with this company for so long, and it's almost like any relationship. You deal with something for so long, you develop an attachment. You develop a bond because that's all you know. That's all you know. That's all you've known for so long. I think it's going to take a little more time before it finally hits me and it finally registers, because like I said, throughout the whole 2 weeks notice period, nothing really changed. I went to work, did my regular routine, did my thing, and the day of, like my last day, that's when I felt a little something. But even now, it's like I don't know. I just know, I know that I have bigger and better ahead of me. I do know that. So I got a couple things up my sleeve as far as employment. I won't get too detailed on that. A lot of companies do not want their information disclosed via internet. I respect that. So I got some things up my sleeve as far as employment, but I will say better pay, better benefits, more upward mobility, more convenience for me, and also more free time. All right, everything's better, and the fact that I was patient with my decision, it just shows that it just shows a huge amount of discipline and what do you call it, man? Self-control. That's the word. So I was going through it this whole time, from the time the dealership closed when I was in a city close to work to the time I had to travel all the way to the North Shore every day. dreading going into work, feeling sick to my stomach, I knew I needed to make a change. So I did what I had to do. What I had to do for me. This wasn't about anybody else. At the end of the day, I got to live with the decisions I make. I've been back and forth in my head and my heart for years about leaving this job. And for whatever reason, there was always something that made me stick around and made me stay, even though I was unhappy deep down inside. I'm not the only person like that on this planet. There's a lot of people that go to a job that they don't like, a job that they might even hate, but they do it because either A, they need to get their money, B, they need to have health insurance, or it could be multiple things that keep you attached to a job, or C, just fear in general. Because honestly, it was all three for me. Fear was the biggest one. Like, we don't know what happens once you leave something that you've been with for so long, but you'll never know until you make the move. I made the move today. I feel good about it. And as the days go on, the more time I spend away from it, I think it'll really settle in. But I'm ready for what's next. And who knows? Y'all already know. I'm going to keep y'all posted on that. But I just wanted to share this. I don't want to ramble. Just know, all right? Just know. I said I was going to quit. I said I was fed up. And I acted on it. So if you're in a situation similar to mine, where you're unhappy or you're displeased, I can finally say this because I'm speaking from experience now. Don't overthink it. Don't put yourself through too much. Analyze it correctly. Get your critical thinking on and do what you need to do for you. Don't worry about nobody else. At the end of the day, you have to live with the decision that you make. All right? Nobody else matters in this case, so keep that in mind. Last but not least, I also want to add that before going in, the morning before, I wrote the owner of the company a one-page letter explaining how I felt about him, how I felt about the company, why I made my decision, etc. I went in there, looked him in his eye, let him know it was my last day, shook his hand, handed him the letter. His exact words after I handed him the letter was, "Well, what are you going to do?" I explained to him what I had on my sleeve as far as employment and as far as moving forward with my situation. His next words were, "Good luck, and you know you can always come back, right? You have my number. Don't be a stranger. Keep in touch." I knew that was going to be the reaction. To be completely honest, I knew that was going to be the reaction, but for whatever reason, I added all of this extra pressure, all of this extra stress for no reason. No reason at all. And I say that to say we do that. As human beings, we always tend to add extra unnecessary pressure on ourselves. And things don't have to be as big as we make them seem. It's natural, so don't feel bad about it. Like I said, I do the same thing. We're all human. That's a natural human emotion. And there's nothing wrong with that. I also want to add before I go, my coworkers. My coworkers tried to get to me, all right? They tried to make me tear up. It didn't work, but at the end of the day, these are people I've been with the whole stint of my time there, and they're like family. You spend more time with your coworkers than anybody in the world. Think about that. You wake up, you go see them. You see them 5 days a week, 6 days. Depending on how much you work, you see your coworkers more than anybody else that you see in your life, and you got to take that into consideration. So they threw me a little get together. They ordered Portillo's, even threw the chocolate cake and all that in there. And I'm grateful. I'm appreciative of it. They send me off well. And I just want to say thank you last but not least. So like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've been in this type of situation as far as work and as far as making any type of tough decisions at all. Subscribe to my channel once again. I go by the name of Q. And like I always say, if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. I'll let y'all next video. Peace.